Yo, what's going on, world? This is your boy Najee from RapRadar.com. And today, man, I got a very special guest. Y'all know my usual vibe is the Cigar Talk, but today I got a special guest, so I had to come pull up on him. Man, this brother right here seated to my left, man, this is legendary status right here. Y'all don't even understand. It's personal for me. My mom loves Fat Joe. She don't even listen to rappers.
Smart girl.
All she loves is Joe. That's what she tell me.
Smart girl.
I got my man Fat Joe. What's up, brother?
What's up, baby?
Yo, man, I'm glad you got a chance to pull up, man. We here at the sneaker store.
Up NYC, 158th Broadway.
It's a lot of heat up in here, though.
Nice heat, man. We give back to the community. You see the marble ceilings and all that. Shit look like the Hamptons in the hood.
Right.
I gotta make sure my people they shop happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they feel like they got a home here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's important for me. You know, reason why your moms love. I'm gonna tell you why your moms love me, not just for rap. It's very rare that we make it out the hood and we come back and help the hood. So, you know, we opening businesses in the hood, we giving our people jobs. You know, we got this thing we just started with Ruben Diaz, the Bronx Borough president. Yeah. It's called the Up NYC Initiative, where I'm going to 4 schools in the Bronx. And from September to January, whatever class, homeroom, like 30 people in the homeroom, 30 kids, great in attendance, best behavior, best grades. Yeah. I'm giving them all a pair of Jordans or Nikes, you know what I'm saying?
That's fine. Because
I know even though when Fat Joe was the most terrible nigga in the Bronx, if they did something like that, I would have chilled and focused on my grades and all that. Yeah. So we doing that. We're going to start it off at 4 schools in the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be right.
Yeah, well, you're right, like, man, just the transition of Joe that we seeing, man, right? Like, the stories I hear, like Pecos is my man, and I hear all the stories I hear, like Joe was, you know what I'm saying, Terror Squad, y'all lived up to that name, bro.
Yeah, we had to. It was a different time, man. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no social media, no nothing. And unfortunately in the hood, it's like, it's kill or be killed, or you either gonna be prey or you gonna be respected.
Right.
That's the era I grew up in, where, you know, you was constantly getting tested every day. So, you know, I definitely wasn't pussy. So I definitely was gonna show out and do what I gotta do what I gotta do, you know?
That's a fact. What was the moment that was like the transition moment where you was just kind of like, damn, like, because it seemed like I said, we see the switch up, right? Like just the vibe of you just kind of calming down.
I was always a great person, man. I was always a good person. I was always, you know, food for thought. If you go back and you look at your favorite rapper and you become blessed enough to be in a position of power to where not only you taking care of you and your family, but now you're in a position where you can help others, put people in the game. When you look at Fat Joe, I made about 10, 15 different people millionaires, man. You know what I'm saying? And just, it was no money attached. It was like, you know, I see you got something to bring to the culture, I'll put you in the game. So I always been doing this for the people, but just, you know, I guess now with social media and all that, if you get to follow somebody, then you're like, oh shit, I ain't even know he was a cool nigga like that, you know? Right. I always had that energy for the people we love. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's a bet. Well, we in the sneaker store right now, like I said, and I see all these exclusive Jordans around. You got the Jordan plug, and it's crazy because, like,
I just
you can't
got
just
some
get
shits
that, right? Like, you can't just get a sneaker store and Jordans.
Hey, yo, bring me them Jordans I got today.
Yeah, let me see those.
Let me see them shits I got today.
I gotta see what's going. First of all, how did you even get the mic plug? Like, did Joe, you how that mic direct? Like, what's up?
It was hard,
Give me that.
man.
Of course,
it was hard, man. Years of relationship. Shout out to Reggie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Jordan, everybody, Larry Miller, everybody out there. You know, the story is I had built my store and everything, and I thought I had such a relationship with, like, Nike and being such a sneaker collector, I thought it would be no problem getting a sneaker store, but I didn't realize that it's so hard. You know,
going on
I didn't realize it was so hard to open up a sneaker store.
Right.
So these them North Carolinas.
Fresh.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's them college niggas.
What size is these, Joe? Let me know what size you looking at.
You started out with saying I was tough. Don't test me for my sneakers. These the Georgetown joints right here. So
exclusive.
I'm a blessed guy. The things I used to do for these sneakers, man. So it's like So it was hard to get the store. I couldn't believe it. They was fronting. And I went to a Jordan party. It was only like 100 people there. They was welcoming Neymar Jr. To the Jordan family, and Nike people was there, all kind of people. And then Michael Jordan yelled over the bar. He was like, "Yo, Big Joe," because he calls me Big Joe. "Yo, Big Joe." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit, it's Michael Jordan." Everybody was listening.
Right.
And he was like, "Your store, I'm coming the first day you open up." After that, niggas was like, "Yo, I guess you could come to welcome to the family."
Right.
This, that, and he plugged me in. It was amazing.
Hold on, was that your first time meeting him though? Because when you hear
no, I know Jordan for years.
When I hear stories, like I heard, Nori saying Jordan was on his fuck rap at the Def Jam party. You hear Chameleonaire saying Jordan shitted on him with the pictures. Like he has like this stigma to him that he don't really fuck with people.
Nah, he fuck with me. He fuck with me. Yeah.
When you
just
first
told
met
you
him,
it was because of him. I got a store in the hood.
When you first met him, it was love though. Like
always, man. Jordan always loved Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love Nori. And but Nori the only nigga had beef with Jordan.
That's good.
Leave me alone, B.
Right. That's a fact. All right, so did you see recently, like they put out this Nike ad, Colin Kaepernick had the, like if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything, how the vibe thing, was that the exact quote? And people was mad, man, they like burning Nikes, cutting out the logos on the socks and shit like that. You seen that?
Hey man, this whole country is at a divisive time. You know what I'm saying? That's why somebody like a Donald Trump who got elected preaching hate and divisiveness, actually became president, because there's some people out there that really feel that way. And they mad at the black man's achievements, man, and his success financially, you know what I'm saying? So, the fact that he's standing for something. But you gotta understand, people gotta understand. Martin Luther King got killed.
Yep.
Malcolm X got killed. John F. Kennedy got killed. They drove Joe Louis crazy. And now we got Kaepernick for this era of the millennials, right? And I'm not saying he's getting killed, nothing like that. Yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you is that people who fight for change and fight for social rights, unfortunately, at their prime and while they're on earth, there's always a group of people that's pointing down at them. Right. 20 years from now, we'll have a Kaepernick school in Harlem. You know what I mean? Because he stood up for social injustice. Right. And especially when people knew, he took the greatest pay cut you ever seen in your life to defend people. Right. So those are the people, it's like what's the white boy football player that went for the army and got killed? He went and fought in Iraq and got killed.
Word.
Tillman, I'm trying to figure out his name. Yeah. Guy's a hero. Pat Tillman. Okay, yeah. He went and got killed over there defending his country. Right. So this guy, that was a sacrifice. He was on the NFL. You know what I'm saying? So Kaepernick, he lost his job, even though his money, he ain't lose his life. But in years to come, they'll look at him differently.
No, I feel like, all right, well, I was out in Made in America this past weekend. Got a chance to catch Joe's set, bro. Yo, when you go back to the hits, it's like, I don't want to say like I forgot, but it's like, damn, Joe.
Nah, you forgot.
Nah, it's not like
I got a lot of hits.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Joe, like we know that you've made hits, right? Like I lived it, but it's like, damn, when you hearing it, like,
that motherfucker made some hits.
Right.
Yeah, it was crazy. I went after the young boy, the 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine, yeah.
And that nigga had that shit turned.
Crazy. All the kids was just running
All the kids
man.
was going crazy. That nigga had that shit turned. So it was like, all right, Joe, you know what I'm saying? You got to Snoop Dogg this.
Right.
So when I'm standing back there, I'm going behind him, it's nothing but little kids at this fucking show.
Right.
He's catching the biggest body you could catch.
Right.
And I was just sitting in the back and I was like, all right, what would Snoop Dogg do? Because I feel like I'm New York Snoop Dogg right now. You know what I'm saying? So like Snoop Dogg, when you go to LA, so I feel like I'm like New York's OG Snoop Dogg. So I said, let me OG this shit.
Right.
By the middle of the show, they'll understand this is hit mania going on.
Facts.
And we're gonna turn up.
Right. I like that. So like you said, just hit mania, you being, a veteran in this game, like a lot of times, people say, rap is a young man's game and you can't have a hit unless it sounds like this, but you still putting out hits like in this day and age, Joe. Like,
because it's a marathon.
Is there a remedy? Is there like
it is. It is. I studied the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? But they shouldn't be mad at me. I'll retire soon and just give the young kids hits. Everybody who's up under me, I'm going to just keep giving them hits because I know the formula. You know what I'm saying? It's a formula. She got to like the record.
Yeah.
You got to like the record. The hustlers got to like the record.
Right.
Everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's your approach when you go into the studio making hits? Like, that's the approach that you kind of take on with it?
Man, let me tell you something, man. When I'm trying to come up with a club banger, I am in the middle of the club. Like, there's no way around it. Like, while I'm writing the song, I'm picking the music and everything, I'm standing in the club and I'm looking at other rap niggas over there. I'm piecing them out.
Right.
Beautiful chicks bringing them bottles. The DJ's killing. I'm just up there standing on the couch. I'm like, what am I gonna say to make these niggas go crazy?
Right.
What I'm gonna say to make the girl drop her drink and run on the dance floor. So, it's all about creativity, man, and imagination.
Right. All right. So how you feel about this Attention record, man? You just dropped this record with Chris Brown.
Video's crazy.
It's going off right now. How do you know when something's a hit? Like, when you hear it, do you get that like, oh nah, this is
a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a hit. It's gonna work. We working it. You know what I'm saying? Some records come out the box like all the way up and it just blow, or lean back and blow. Some records just hits. They take time, especially more like R&B driven hits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they take longer to react, but those be the shits that won't disappear.
That's a fact.
Like, even if it's your record, you be like, please turn this shit off. Like, yo, like, let me put out another one.
You feel like that in Lean Back? 'Cause that's like a song of the decade. That marked a time period in a decade.
It was a song of the decade. It was the #1 song of the decade. Actually, the #2 because Flow Riders Get Low. That took out Lean Back. Lean Back was roots with the fur. But Lean Back was #1 for like 9 years. Then that shit came and said, hold up. But yeah, man. I mean, I love it. When I hear my music on the radio, I love it.
Yeah.
Same way I loved it the first day. I'm like, with me, it's a marathon, man. It ain't a race. A lot of rappers, they had to jump on me. They was better than me when I was first coming out. What I had was just, I was real. So like, if your man heard a Fat Joe record and he called his cousins in the Bronx, they was like, oh no, they letting it go out here. Like, them niggas, them niggas is crazy. So we had that type of certification where I knew what I was spitting, street niggas was gonna be like, oh no, I fucks with him. Like, this nigga, that nigga. But I wasn't that good. I just kept practicing until I got to where I am now.
Yeah. So now when we, like you said, you had the transition of you putting people on, obviously, rest in peace, Big Pun, you know what I mean? A huge part of the legacy. When you, obviously, I heard the story, just discovered him in the bodega and all that, and I guess everybody in the kind of outside world looking in, it felt like, Pun was the guy, and Joe, you was the guy first. You was first before Pun.
I was first, and I was next up to Blow. Yeah. That's the point people don't understand. I was next up to Blow. When I seen Pun, I have an obligation. I have a commitment. I have a devotion and a loyalty to hip hop music, to the culture. Like, you can't tell me a rap and you the illest nigga in the world and I could walk it off and be like, yo, fuck that nigga, he won't never blow, or something like that. I gotta put you in the game. They gotta hear you. Like,
before yourself?
Before myself. That's what I did. I stepped back and I helped blow Pun up. Cause it was just like, oh my God, we need him. Especially Latinos, we never had a guy like that. So I knew we needed him bad. So I was like, all right, we're gonna blow Pun up. You know what I'm saying? So Pun, and I believe by helping others, God bless you more, you know what I'm saying? By giving you shall receive. I've always felt that way.
Right, okay. Well, I think just the dynamic of, you know, like you said, with you and Terror Squad and you pushing up Pun when, you know, we listening to Capital Punishment and y'all had so much heat. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, Joe, honestly, John Blaze, when I first heard Pun verse on John, he smoked everybody. That's a fact.
Smoked everybody.
Pun smoked everybody on John Blaze.
And everybody was great. He just smoked everybody.
What was that studio session like,
Oh,
Joe?
man.
Please give me because I know you tell the stories, Joe. You need to give me something.
Man.
How did that go in the studio to hear Pun, you know what I mean? Like,
First of all, Pun wanted to be on a song with Nas. And the only way we probably could have got Nas, because he was like the biggest rapper at the time, was through me. So I had to ask him for the feature to come on my album. Nas came twice to the studio. And so Nas spit his shit, Pun spit his shit, Ray came, spit his shit. Jada was a young nigga gunning. I don't even think they was the Locks. They was like the Warlocks out of Yonkers. And then I spit my shit, and I just wanted to make like an ill. And that birthed Banned from TV by Nori, and everybody started throwing out them.
Right.
That shit was ill, seeing your best and your favorite rappers rapping together, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Were y'all all in the studio at the same time?
We was all in the
making
studio,
it? Like,
yeah. We was all in the studio. Back in the days, you would be in the studio.
Right.
There wasn't no such thing as MP3ing or sending you the two-track. Niggas had to be there.
So when niggas hear Pun on it, you know, even if I stuttered, I still shit on you. Was niggas writing their verses back again? Like, all right, let me go change my shit.
Nah, I ain't saying all that. Like, leave the legend, leave the legends alone, man.
All right. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna
Nah, leave the legends.
I'm just calling for what it is. You know what I mean? He spoke on that. But hey, so I think the interesting transition now with you kind of going from, you know, obviously you're still rapping, but into this media world, right? Like you jumped into the podcast lane. I see, you know.
Well, you know what? Because people, first of all, I don't get paid for the podcast. I only do it to just tell a real story. Because lately, you know, I grew up in the Bronx where hip hop was born.
Right.
I came out to play basketball and Melly Mel was playing basketball. I came to play softball and Ruby D, the first Latino, was playing softball. Right. Little Ike C, where they made B Street, that's my neighborhood. Right. Where Lee was going all that shit, that's my hood. Yeah. Right? So I can't allow guys, because they're richer now or whatever the case may be, to put out like Birth of Hip Hop documentaries and then alter the facts to make it look like we on Rap Radar. Elliot Wilson invented rap. Like I be watching that, what? Like I'm like, yo, what? Because he did it. Yeah. So I caught a couple of these documentaries where niggas was falsifying the facts. And I said, you know what? I'm not just gonna be upset about that. I'm gonna go and do a podcast so that when a little kid or somebody come 20 years from now and be like, yo, this and this and that, and they having their hip hop, they be, hold up, bring it up. Snoop Dogg told Fat Joe personally, this how the shit happened. That way these niggas don't, you know, alter the facts. They doing it. They I've been watching them do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You kind of was early in the game with that, like in a sense when you had the was it the Tales from the Hood shit? Like I used to watch them shits religiously.
I was
like,
on some shit.
How did you? Was that something like?
That was Dre from Cool and Dre. Dre from Cool and Dre was telling me, you know, yo, you should do, because we was dropping the album Dark Side. Yeah. So he was like, yo, you should do Tales from the Dark Side. Tell them these stories. Yeah. And I was telling them ill stories. R. Kelly, Roy Jones, this. Them shits was classic. Yo, them shits was classic, dude. Yeah.
Damn. Did you know at that time, like, that was a wave that people, like, were gonna want to tune in just to hear stories?
No, it was just because it was Dark Side was the name of the album, so I said, let's do Tales from the Dark Side. Yeah. I ain't know it was gonna be the new shit or whatever the case may be. Yeah.
All right. I feel that. But I mean, obviously, you know, you guys just repping, you know, for the Latino community hard. I ain't gonna lie, Joe, when I first heard the 100%, that shit was just like, I'm black and I felt that I don't even know the words, but that shit was.
I fought for it because, I fought for it because Latinos wasn't big down south. They wasn't big everywhere. And we Puerto Rican, so other people, there's other Latinos, there's Mexicans, Salvadorians, all type of shit. So when we down there, you know, they was telling the record label like, yo, this record is never gonna blow. It's only black people here. Our Spanish people over here ain't like Puerto Ricans, this and that. And I fought for it. I was like, yo, this is the single. This shit is incredible. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. We spending the money behind this. And I'm glad I did it because it's a legendary song. And it was, and black people love it just as much as the Latinos. That's just fire. So, you know, we took that gamble. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand reggaeton and all that shit. Spanish trap wasn't popping at that time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was the rap, Latino, reggaeton, Spanish,
right.
Everything balled up in one, my nigga. So, you know, we had to let that go.
Did you know, because it's such a heavy movement with the Hispanic community in today's music, right? Like we see that, and, you know, I know I had Nori on the show. He was talking about, like, you know, being early with the Oye Mi Canto and all of that. Did you see that much integration into the music, into hip hop culture?
You know, I saw where it was going, but the Latinos the biggest growing demographic.
Yeah.
And they've been preaching this shit for 20 years, saying, yo, one day it's gonna be a Latino president. One day it's gonna be more Latinos than blacks, more Latinos than whites, more like, cause they making more babies, you know what I'm saying? So eventually, it's 20 years later, the Latino demographic is so deep in this country, to the point of where you got a radio station that I consider black, Hot 97, they got to play this shit.
Right.
Because the Latinos listen to their station and they got big numbers. So it only makes sense that, you know, that shit is really dominating because, hey, Spotify got about 10 black playlists, R&B, rap, all that. They got 23 Spanish playlists. Because the Spanish niggas all over South America, Spain, this, Europe, this, here, this. Right. It's crazy.
You think it's harder for Latinos to make it in the industry? Like,
I don't know, man. I never used that card. I might have more black fans than Latino.
Right.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you just gotta make good music, man. That's it. Music that people could feel. Right. Music that changes people's lives. Shit that makes people happy, or make people think, or make people party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know I listened to the Plato Plomo album. You know what I'm saying? You and Remy, you know, y'all got this chemistry, dog. Like, there's a lot of just chemistry there, man. Talk about that. I guess just
my sister. It was just, you know, it was me and her. You know, we the last ones. Tone Sunshine too, from the Big Pun. Yeah. When we was together in the studio every day. You know what I'm saying? And when we go in that studio, it just happens all over again. It just turns into us. You know what I'm saying? That we did.
Is that because the personal relationship?
Yo, we like really the cloth. I don't know how to explain it to you in any other way, man. We the real ones, man. So, you know, when you the real ones, that never really goes away. You never really lose it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, motherfucker, we could write him the song. He just can't say it like he mean it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't got that in him.
Yeah. I feel it. I mean, I know there was a song on there. You had a line like, I'm praying for better days than the Freddie Grays with Lil Wayne and Baby can hug and embrace.
I guess they hugging and embracing.
You see that?
Lil Wayne got his money, now they hugging and embracing.
You seen that?
They hugging and embracing.
They hugging and embracing right now. What you think about that whole situation? Just like,
I know, first of all, I don't get involved with family. Those guys are really family. And, you know, I love them both. So, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to me, you know, I was hoping they could fix it. You know what I'm saying? Because they both good people. So I'm glad they got that out the way, and now they hanging out together.
Yeah. All right. I feel that. Now tell me, we saw this all over TMZ and all of this shit. You went to Ruth Chris like a couple weeks ago, and they were saying they ain't let you win because your pants or something like that, and I'm like, this Joe Crack. Like, what the fuck? What happened, dog?
Balenciaga'd out, nigga. Givenchy.
What type of vibe was they on in there when you walked in? Like, what?
It was sad, man. It was sad because, you know, the manager, the girl was black too, and the girls that was working there, it was 3 black girls. It was like, hey, Fat Joe, and all that. So I'm watching niggas walk in with FedEx uniforms, slippers on. Niggas had so many tats and a tank top on.
Yeah.
So I can't tolerate prejudices and discrimination. It's one thing that gets to me like.
Yeah.
So I already know where I'm gonna go with it. So the minute the lady came up to me and she was like, well, you know, I have to talk to you because we have to be consistent. We have a dress code policy. I was like, I just blacked out.
Right. Was you wilding in there?
No, respectful. I just blacked out and said, oh, we gotta get out of here. It was me, my man TA, and the driver. The driver had a 3-piece suit on, right?
Right.
So, you know, my driver, he was driving me all day in North Carolina. I said, come eat some steak and lobster with us.
Right.
It's a good guy. So I said, yo, go get the car. He immediately went and got the truck. And pretty much whatever she was saying, I was like, nah, it's okay, miss. I don't even want to hear the story.
Yeah.
Like, is this discrimination?
Already,
I seen all these people walk in. You know I'm Fat Joe. You know what you're trying to do. Boom, I'm out. As soon as he pulls up, immediately, I'm walking out. The lady says, sir, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
So I turned around, I said like this, boom. So she was like, we gotta be consistent with the policy and, you know, we got a back room you could stay in. And I said, hold up, man.
Damn,
it felt like the back of the
1950s type shit.
But that's in the South, man. That's Greensboro, North Carolina. I don't know what type of time they on.
Right.
So I turned around, I go, yo, miss, let me tell you something. I've been in the palaces in Dubai. Right. I've been in Saint-Tropez and eaten the way I came.
Right.
The only reason you are hurting me right now is because you look just like us and you telling me this.
Right.
I said, but guess what, miss? I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. Cause I know it gotta hurt her that she gotta do it.
To do that.
It hurts her that she gotta live with that.
She gotta live with that.
So I told her I'm gonna pray for you and I left. Boom. I left, I was upset, but the driver was banging his head into the wall like, he was mad. Yo, we came too far for this shit. Yeah. Fuck that, I can't believe this shit. You an icon, nigga, fuck. I was like, yo, we'll go somewhere and get something to eat. I can't because it gets the best of me. Yeah. Discrimination and all that, that really fucks me up. So I try to I already know how I'm gonna react, so I try to put don't feed into that.
Was you shocked though, because it's different, you Fat Joe, right? It's different, cause people face discrimination all the time, but when you're somebody...
They discriminate me on the airplane every day, man.
Like knowing who you are too?
They don't give a fuck, man. You in first class. I call first class is like everybody think they the man or she thinks she the man. Right. You know, everybody's the boss or something. Yeah. Some nigga own 10 of these stores and he go on there like his shit don't stink. There's another nigga who's a professor who thinks he's the smartest. First class is bugged out.
Right.
And then I see the stewardess most of the time, if they white, I mean, let's just call it what it is. Yeah. They see 4 or 5 black or Spanish in the front. They want to take the order from the back coming down to the front. By the time it come to the front, we got couscous. Yeah. But them niggas done ate the turkey burgers. They already got the chicken palm. Yeah. Yo, look what we got. Licorice. So every time they get to me, I say, miss, what we would have had if we was back there. What we would have had. Oh, well, they had some roast beef sandwiches. Yeah. They had some sweet potatoes. Oh, what we got now? Oh, lettuce. Okay, thank you. Nah, I don't want it.
Right. Hey, man.
It's there, man.
Right. Man, all right. Well, I think we were talking anniversaries earlier, just the Rucker Park blackout anniversary just passed recently. Yo, Joe, that was a moment in the city.
So all I told OG Juan, I told Jay-Z, if y'all really had Shaquille O'Neal, because I didn't see him. Right. And the streets ain't see him.
They said he was on the bus.
I didn't see him. The streets ain't see him. If you really had Shaquille O'Neal, you most likely would have won. At that time, he won a chip. He was the most dominant player in the world. Yeah. They did not have that guy, they wouldn't have won.
What you think? How legendary would that game have been? Because the whole city was buzzing. Like that's like divine intervention that shit ain't happening the way that shit happened.
Thank God,
right?
Jesus Christ.
You know
One false call could have turned that into a frenzy.
Right.
One little, 2 minutes on the clock, niggas caught some bullshit. The ref could have turned into some bullshit.
Hell yeah.
So it was divine intervention.
You missed.
I honestly believe that.
Yeah. You missed those times.
We just
like
won
that?
the chip right now at the Rucker. We won the chip, Terror Squad. Coach.
All right. Y'all gotta fuck with Dykeman. You got your team. You gonna come pull up the Dykeman?
We'll go to Dykeman, but I promised Greg Maris, the founder of the EBC and the Rucker, that I would help the Rucker. And he was dying. He was on his deathbed, and he made me look him in his eyes and promise him that I would go there. And so that's why I went and coached there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we trying to build the Rucker back up. Dykeman is the shit. It's incredible, but I gave my word to this man that I would try.
Right. I respect that, man of your word, yo. My man Joe.
That's all I am, baby.
I hear that. So like, how do you transition? Like, what is next? Because it's like you've amassed so much success.
Well, I'm acting a lot. I got a movie coming out right now, Night School, with Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. It'll be out this month, the 24th.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Make sure y'all go see that.
You acted before?
I'm acting, but I'm really acting.
For real.
And then I just finished She's Gotta Have It season 2 on Netflix with Spike Lee.
Okay.
So I've been in my bag with my acting.
All right, I feel you, Joe.
We got to live, man. We got to pay them bills.
I seen your
we gotta be forever hot.
Right.
Like I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to rap and like be. Ain't nobody ever been my age dropping hits like this. There's only 2 people. It's me and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It's really the truth. The other 2 longevities I give is LL, but he's doing his acting more.
Right.
And then you got Busta and Snoop. Other than that, ain't nobody really did that. Yeah, like hits and all that. So, but I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Is there an expiration date for you? Like you said, you went after Tekashi. It's a whole different crowd of niggas. Like it's a whole different type.
I'm still killing these niggas. But the point is, you seen it for yourself.
That's a fact.
The point is that the acting is the way to, naturally progress, move on, and still be lit.
Right.
If I come out in the Star Wars 6, nigga,
it's on deck.
Luke Skywalker's cousin, my nigga, Pablo.
That's a fact.
I'm lit, nigga. I'm in the red carpet shot, and I'm like, yo, what's good, my niggas? Joe Crack's still here.
Facts.
Till I die, man.
Big facts. Nah, I'm with that, man. Hey, Joe, I appreciate your time, dog. I know you gotta, wrap it up. I appreciate you sitting down with me, man. Hey, this is Najee Rap Radar. The special episode of Cigar Talk, a sneaker shop right here.
It's real talk, Cigar Talk. What's good? Beck, you owe me a couple of cigars, man.
Oh, that's a fact, Pack.